have a way to market to past clients, that is the warmest and hottest leads that you have.
Oh,
They already trust you. They've already paid you. Welcome back to Duo On Air. I'm Abby.
And I'm Courtney.
And we're the ex-agency turned entrepreneurial team that puts the Duo in Duo Collective. Our boutique organic marketing agency specializes in SEO, social media strategy, and branding.
We're an everyday pair of business besties / marketing experts obsessed with helping our community learn more about what it takes to run a business.
Which is why on Duo On Air, we're not holding anything back. We're giving you all the info we know about how to grow your business organically so you can be the confident CEO you were made to be.
And how to navigate life as a small business owner.
Whether it's on your own or with your best friend by your side, so grab your coffee
or your mimosa, we don't judge.
And settle in for a quick value-packed episode of Marketing Tips.
Welcome back to the Duo On Air podcast. This is episode number 197. And if you're staring at your calendar wondering where your next client is coming from, then this episode is for you. We're talking about creative, non-icky ways to get someone booked and on your calendar. And we want to go way beyond just post on Instagram that you're accepting new clients right now.
Because nobody likes that.
No.
Nobody likes
and
that.
also, you might have already done that and it's just not working.
Correct.
So.
Yes.
So we're going to share a handful of ideas here, and we're going to talk through some different things like maybe re-engaging past clients, some quick wins that aren't going to take you a ton of time, and maybe how you can turn some of your favorite client projects into actual sales strategies.
And these are creative ways, so they
Yes.
feel a little less like salesy or desperate because they're creative. So
Yeah.
nobody even knows, right?
Yes. And fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's important too to make sure if you're worried because maybe your clients are lower right now than they have been in times past, which is honestly a lot of people right now.
Yes, including us.
Yeah, it's just the reality is it
Mhm.
seems like inquiries are down overall. People are holding their money closer
Yep.
and they're being really scarce on what they're actually investing in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to run through a bunch of ideas and let's just kind of jump into the first one.
Love it. Okay, so idea number one is the VIP check-in email, which is something that we have done in the past here and there. I would say sometimes it's just because we want to check in with these clients, but again, sometimes it is a creative way to try to get more work. So what does this mean? It means going back to past clients and warm leads and sending them a personal check-in and not necessarily like a mass promo. So if it's somebody that you've worked in the past, you can just like pop into their inbox with a warm email, checking in on them, asking them how things are going, if they need any additional support or help. If you happen to have like a new offering or service, you could, kind of sneak that in there if you want. But really, it's checking in on them and letting them know that they are seen as well, which clients love. It's like we do get a lot of, feedback from this and a lot of people that reply back and they're just excited that we've checked in or that we even care. I think some of it is just like, oh, wow, I've worked with you in the past and it's not just like a one and done thing for us. We continue our relationships with our clients. We've done this for years and, we've worked with them 5 years ago and they still come back to us, 5, 6 years later. So I think it really is kind of putting them top of mind, making sure that they know that we're not forgetting about them, that we're always here for them. And, that we can tailor things to them specifically if they need help outside of what we've done for them in the past and just making them feel special and warm.
Yeah, it could be an opportunity too for you to think through your offerings. Like, do you have a way to market to past clients? That is the warmest and hottest leads that you have.
Oh, absolutely.
Are people who have already trust you, they've already paid you. So that's a really good idea to make sure that you have some ways that you can continue to work with past clients. It doesn't need to be in a massive project, but there could be these small little offerings and ways to support them after you're done.
And letting them know too, if it's been a couple of years that you now might offer X, Y, and Z or something. Like we offered this in the past and that's what they got from you, but we can continue to help you grow your business organically through these other services that you might not have been aware of that we've since started or whatever.
Absolutely. So idea 2 is case studies. So we love case studies for a variety of reasons. One, it showcases your expertise. It helps build trust online. They are amazing content creation bundles just for your blog and things that not only will help people trust you, it can also help drive business on search because
Mhm.
it is super relatable content that you've created. But it also creates credibility for search engines and AI tools. So, case studies alone can actually be a marketing tactic just by getting them indexed on the internet. But they also can be really great ways for you to feature and partner your clients. So, pick one or two favorite clients you've worked for, really work together with them too to showcase their results, feature them on the website. I mean, this is a great way not only for you to promote your business and what you've done, but also for you to collaborate with them and be able to share them, and they're going to love
Mhm.
that too. So it's going to drive business for them as well. So these mini case studies can be an awesome way and a thing to work on right now, especially if time is a little bit slower. You can work on updating these case studies, but then after you're done with that, you can share that case study with multiple people. One,
Mhm.
including the past client, again, with kind of like a check-in and hey, is there anything else we can do with you? But two, you can also send that to 3 to 5 people in a similar industry who are maybe related, like you are close connections with through something else. So maybe they're locally in your universe, you have friends of a friend, but you can actually share with them what you've done for someone else similar to that industry to show them a really relatable way of how you can partner with them and say, hey, I did this for so and so. I also think this could really benefit you. Take a look. I'd love to chat with you, grab coffee, hop on a Zoom call, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah. Idea 3, creating a quick win offer. So, something that is smaller, a little bit lower commitment, and designed to get people in the door. So, this might not be something that you always offer. It might be something new. And again, just like for a limited time and something that's just quick. But this allows you to bring in, some clients probably at that lower commitment level. So, you're not selling your large packages here, but it's just getting some quick wins in the door. So some of examples could be like a 90-minute strategy session. That's pretty easy to offer up to anybody. And again, you could, have a certain amount of them open or whatever that might be. It could be some sort of an audit. So for us, it could be a brand audit, a website audit, an SEO audit. It could be a Voxer day, pick my brain day with, some boundaries, obviously, but just kind of opening your day to somebody to just pick your brain, ask any questions that they have that might come up, whether, it's about their brand, their website, SEO, whatever it might be, or whatever services you offer. I mean, honestly, I would sign up for a lot of Voxer days for things in my life.
Correct.
Um, so why this works, it's an easier yes during slower seasons. So even if your clients are, holding their money closer to their pockets, these little quick win offers are something that they can afford and that they're still investing into their business. And it's an easier yes versus maybe some of those larger packages that you offer. And it can turn into long-term clients once they trust you. So let's say they want to work with you, but they can't quite afford your larger services right now. This is that quick yes, that quick in. And then once they've worked with you, once you've made that relationship and they trust you, they're going to come back to you when they can afford those larger services and can invest more.
Yeah, and a good example actually from our business just this last month is we've had people within our community. So whether it be our SEO like group coaching community of other people who offer SEO, websites, copywriting, and things like that, who are in our community, or SEO on Tap students who are learning how to DIY on their own end. So we've had some people come to us specifically within the coaching community asking for mentorship. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn more about the behind the scenes of what you do. And we are like, honestly, we're so transparent in everything that we do that half the time I'm like, I feel like I already did that. Like, I don't know if I have more to share,
Mm-hmm.
Or it could even be like, I want you to look at my client stuff. Like, I want you to help me because I'm just like feeling overwhelmed. I don't feel confident. Like, I just need help. So we had one person reach out to us mentioning, hey, do you do anything like this? And at the time, no, like that offer didn't exist. So literally on the fly one day, I was just like, oh, what if we made this up? And then I heard the name SEO Wing Woman, and I was like, that's pretty dang cute. I kind of like that. Courtney's like, that would make a cool submark.
Yep. I still need to do that.
Still need to do it. So we only pitched it to our coaching community of like copywriters, marketers. And it was like, hey, we've got 3 spots within the next 3 months that we can do this. If anyone is interested, it's a 3-month mentorship program, literally 2 weeks, 3 spots filled. And it was all because of an idea that someone else brought to us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what low-hanging fruit is. Like that, those are the offers that are going to be quick wins because your audience is already asking for them.
Mm-hmm.
So who within your community, who within your audience is already asking for something from you? And if things are slower, can you build it? Like you can sit for days hemming and hawing. Like we could have spent all this time being like, we should create a submark. We should create a landing page. We should sell it to everyone. And it was just like, you know what? Let's just see. Let's just see if people are interested. Let's just see what it would be. And we did it in a day.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be like perfect or fleshed out before you offer it to your audience. I feel like a lot of us get hung up on making sure that it's perfect and that it's ready and that we have a landing page for it. And that's not necessarily true. So it's, you know, it's a quick email out to people that might be interested. And then once they sign up, you go from there and you can make it bigger. You can scale it. You can make a submark for it. You can make a landing page for it. But, you know, sometimes it's just like send it out, see who bites, and then go from there.
Yeah. And it's also like for things like that too, the people who are signing on right away know that they're in this like entry like program, you know, like they're getting in first dibs. And because of that, they also know that they're going to be like the good ones that are going to have the testimonials like for us to feature. So when we do actually sell this, we want them to be super duper happy. So we're going to go above and beyond. Like this is a lot of times where you don't need to have everything super buttoned up. You can just be transparent. Like, hey, I've been wanting to do this. Do you want to work with me on it? We'll build the program together. And they're clearly getting a deal on it too, because you can probably market it for more after you've already done it. You have a process and you have that confidence in what you're offering. So those quick wins can end up being something that helps you sell it quicker and without pressure. Like it can feel like so much pressure to sell that to the world, but it's way different when you turn to a community of 24 people that know you and 3 people sign on.
Yeah.
Like that makes it so much easier.
We just recently did one for past branding clients too, is where we just sent out this like little mini promo. They could pick which package they want. And we had fun with it. We kind of like curated these fun little bundles and we were able to capture some people with that too. And it was just, you know, it was it was like a VIP mini offer to our past clients. And so you can do things like that too, that are, you know, easier yeses, fun little things and one-offs that you can add to their brand that they didn't necessarily get with that larger package. And, sometimes they just like to they don't think of those things unless if you put it out there in front of them. And then they're like, oh, that is something that I need. And it's low hanging fruit. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So on that note, that's kind of like leading into idea 4. So these limited kind of pocket project spots. So the idea with these, a mentorship wouldn't really fall into this because that's 3 months, right? Like that's something that's going to span the length of a period of time. But we're talking about, okay, you know, right now is slow, but January is going to be crazy. Or say you're a photographer and you're slow in Q1, but you know it's going to pick up in Q2. So you don't want to commit yourself to a crazy number of projects or this process that you can't keep up during busy season. So creating something that's going to be this like pocket project or this small amount of time, which definitely could be strategy sessions, a bundle of strategy sessions. It can be like these little branding packages. So one of the ones that we put together, which we thought was super fun, and we're like, I doubt anyone will want to do this.
We literally thought we were just like, nobody's going to sign up for this.
It's like a mystery bundle. So it's a surprise and delight mystery bundle.
And it was basically like, it costs this much money and it's like we create you something based on what we think works best for your industry, what your brand is doing, who you're talking to. And then I think we signed off with, this is for you if you trust us, you like a little like excitement in your life. And somebody signed up for it right away and we were like, oh, wow. Like definitely did not think anybody would sign up for it because you're trusting us, right? Because we are the experts and we know we're going to do a great job, but that's a lot for somebody to put some trust into somebody like that, not sure what they're going to get out of it. But again, it's a low ticket item. So it's not like they're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And it was a past VIP client. So, you know, they've worked with us and they trust us now too. But it's fun to do
their brand.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it's fun to do stuff like that too, where you can have a little fun and a little kind of like mystery to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So those, and I've only ever seen that happen before with like like purchasing like a mystery box
Like
from like
products.
a brand. Yeah,
Yeah.
like from a product company.
I've never seen it from a service perspective.
No, which
so,
is cool.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's something where we knew that wouldn't work to communicate with everyone.
Correct.
We need to have built your brand, know how your brand's built, have all the assets, have all the strategy. That's the only way that that project is feasible and like actually can still like not, you know, drag us down into like the not profitable section.
Exactly.
So that was really important. So a few other like fun ideas could be like if you're a photographer, maybe you're doing like a 1-day mini session. Like this kind of falls into the mini session bucket, which a lot of photographers do too. Say you're a wedding planner or a honeymoon planner or something like that. You could do maybe a honeymoon planning hour. So you don't plan someone's entire honeymoon, but you just hop on the phone with them for 60 to 90 minutes and you create like this custom mini itinerary.
Okay, kissed him.
Kissed him.
That
Did I say
cute.
that?
Well, you kind of said kiss, and then I was like, you know, wedding kiss. That was kind of cute.
A kissed him itinerary so that you can kiss the whole time on your honeymoon. This is gonna be not PG pretty soon. So anyways, the whole idea of these pocket projects are scarcity. There's limited number of spots and there are clear start and end dates. So you need to also make sure that you have capacity for this and it's not going to bleed into, you know, your busy seasons or if clients start coming in.
So idea 5 is actually kind of one of our favorites and something that we've leaned into a lot, sometimes in slower seasons, but also for launch seasons. And that is paid webinars. So these are low ticket and high trust offerings. So it's a way for people to experience you before committing to a bigger offer. This is where we've, you know, had a lot of leads. People get to know us, they get to trust us, and then they want to work with us in the future. But when it comes to paid webinars, you want to choose a very specific problem because you want to make it very clear what you're going to be educating on and what they can learn from the webinar. So an idea here is SEO fixes you can make in one afternoon. So that's very specific, and it kind of gives them a time frame of like, you know, one afternoon. I can do that. That's easy.
People need to know what they're going to get out of it.
Yes.
Like they're going to spend money on a webinar, and it doesn't need to be a lot of money. It could be $24. Like it can be something really low, but what are they getting for their dollars?
Yes,
so
exactly.
There needs to
it needs to be
that
very
action.
clear.
Yeah.
Yes. Another idea, how to raise your prices without ghosting your clients. So again, just very specific, and they have to clearly know what they're going to get out of it, even if they are just paying a low price. So like Abby said, price it low, but not free. They don't have to be free. You can even price it as low as like $27, $37, $47, $67. Sorry, I had to. Oh man, that was like a layup.
Okay, honestly though, like I would notice that 6, 7, like you could play on that number.
We're totally doing a webinar for $67 now.
I know.
It's enough to attract serious people, but not freebie hunters. So, you know, you're always going to get, you know, probably some people, if it's a $27 one, you're probably going to get kind of some freebie hunters because that is pretty low. But a lot of the times you're going to attract more people because they do have to pay to be, you know, involved in that webinar. And then always including things like teaching something that creates quick wins, a peek at your deeper process. People love, specifically from SEO, people love learning about Abby's process because I think that's something that they like to see from an expert side, and she's really good on how she shares that. So people just love seeing process. And then a simple upsell. So at the end, some sort of a VIP intensive, done for you package, template bundle, you know, if you're launching some sort of a course or something. So having a simple upsell at the end of your webinar, you know, sometimes people lead with it too, but it's an easy way to, you know, you got them in with this low ticket item, but you can also upsell them on something later. So hopefully they come back because they trust you now, they've learned something from you now, and they need more services from you in the future.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to upsell. Like I think a lot of times we just get scared to do that.
Or you do it so quickly, or you do it so like, okay, and I have this thing, great, thanks.
Yeah. Most people want it, honestly.
Yes.
Like you get to the end and you have like already delivered so much value as long as you've delivered value. Like I've definitely sat in free educational trainings and things like that where there's no value at all. And you're just like, great, that was a sales pitch the entire time.
Mhm.
But if you deliver value and then you get to the end and there's more ways you can help them, usually, even if you didn't deliver that, people would ask. They would say,
Mhm.
okay, so what if I want to work with you? Like,
Or
what
how
does that
can I
mean?
learn more?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So don't be afraid to do it because a lot of times people want that. And if they don't, they're going to hop off and that's fine. Then they
Yeah.
go away.
You're going to lose the people that like came there just for the webinar, right? There's people that specifically join these things to, get what they can from that low ticket offer and they're gone. Those are always going to be those people, right? You'll never get those, but there are going to be a handful of people that want more. So it's okay to upsell at the end.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next one is doing add-ons for existing and past clients. So this is something that I'll say for a really long time, even within like our offer suite, we didn't have a ton of like, now you can work with us in this way. And it was kind of like because we love working with new clients all the time. Like we really do. We love bringing in new people. We love working on the foundations. And then once you have your foundations set, you spread your wings and fly away, and like we've always loved that structure of it. But there are plenty of times where we're like, oh, we know we can do something else, so we can help you in other ways. Or it organically comes to us by them asking, can you do X, Y, and Z? And so, especially in the SEO, we've never been like an SEO agency before. So we don't function like a retainer. You have to pay a certain amount of money. And for a very long time, that's just how it's been. But I would say recently, and we have people who we've worked with years ago who have been like, I would love to work with you again. It's been a long time. Like, obviously, my foundation is set, but I still need more help. And so there's just been this gap. And it's usually led by your clients. Like, your clients will tell you that they're craving more. And if they are, and if you're interested in doing so, this is a huge opportunity for you to consider adding on. So this is something that we did just create as like a whole new like continued SEO offerings for our past SEO clients. And the only reason why we are able to do that now is because we have a team of support.
Yes.
So that's also something to be conscious of is don't overcommit yourself just because you're slow right now. Make sure you actually can build something in this realm that's sustainable so that you can offer this to every client that you work with in the future. So a few little add-on ideas. One can be one-time upgrades. So maybe you're a web designer, you can add on extra pages, you can add on a strategy session, you can do extra round revisions. We talked a little bit about like a pick my brain day, like a Voxer session, like that could be added onto any project, different things like that. So I would say one-time upgrades are also really nice to include in your proposals. So this is something that we started doing once we switched over to Dubsado, is create a proposal that actually has like popular add-ons specifically formulated for each package. So if someone's signing up for an SEO audit, for example, they could also add on local SEO optimizations, or they could add on, a Voxer coaching session or something like that. So these aren't high price points. They're definitely lower price points from the main packages, but they're opportunities that people can add on. And you don't even have to sell them. Like we've had plenty of times where we have conversations on the call. We know they're going to sign up for a certain kind of audit. And then all of a sudden they get to that proposal and they're like, oh yeah, I definitely need SEO. And we did this. So we were working with someone who we needed to just like offload some website work. So we had worked with someone, offloaded that. And she also had a add-on for, what was it for? Dubsado. Literally.
Yes.
It was for Dubsado.
Yeah.
Do you want a proposal like this?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. I absolutely did. I didn't even ask her. I just booked it and like moved on. And that was like such a no-brainer opportunity. So having a system like Dubsado, Honeybook, whatever, can allow you to incorporate those add-ons without any extra effort from you is a really easy way to just increase your project budget, like cost overall, not cost, revenue, project revenue. There we go. Struggling with the words. Some other ideas, ongoing support. So you can do quarterly check-ins, retainers, launch support. Again, this all kind of depends on your industry. So you're going to kind of have to think through like what types of add-ons make sense for my clients in my industry. And then there's other things too, like refreshes, maintenance. Like think of all the clients you've worked with in the past. What's something that you could offer someone you just finished working with? What's someone you could offer someone something you worked with a year ago? And then let's think back 5 years. Now, how could you work with them? That can be like a good kind of rule of thumb of like, okay, here's how I can build these different add-ons and then pitch them to past clients.
Idea 7, talk about your offers every day without feeling repetitive. So for some reason, we as small business owners aren't great at this, and it all comes down to feeling like we're being repetitive or annoying. Even to this day, I don't know about you, Abby, but it still feels weird. I think you're always gonna have a little bit of a weird feeling because you never want to sound salesy. You never want to sound like you're pitching something all of the time.
I think it's also the Minnesota
nice.
I know it's like, I don't want to inconvenience you, but I could do this for you.
Right. Exactly. That's what it is. So we just feel just weird talking about it every day. But there are some ways on how you can do that without feeling like a burden. So one of those ways is rotating how you talk about your offer, which I think a lot of people do, but it's things like a story. So share how a client felt before and after working with you. So that is just a story. And that's a good way of, how they started to work with you, how they felt before, how they felt after. And we've done this a lot, particularly with branding lately, where we've brought them onto the podcast and talked about that story, like how they felt before they did the rebrand, how they felt after, and the confidence shift that came with that. And it's just really inspiring to actually hear it from their words too. You could do things like a feature, so highlight one specific thing that you included, like a strategy call or a template. The benefit, so explain what changes in their life or business after working with you. So, you work with somebody on their SEO and all of a sudden they're on mat leave and they have all of these inquiries coming in because their SEO is working. And that's how strong SEO is. Yes, that's why I said it. FAQs, so answer one common question or objection about services or ways that you've helped people with what you do. And then obviously behind the scenes. People love behind the scenes. So showing a snippet of you working on behind the scenes of a brand build or, behind the scenes of how Abby does keyword research. So people love those things, and all of these things, stories, features, benefits, answering questions, showing behind the scenes. You're all talking about what you offer and how you do it and what the benefit of it is. But it's not a salesy pitch. But you're still talking about what you do in a much more storytelling way.
And the beautiful thing about all of this is doing this, and regardless of where you share it, which we're going to talk about in a sec, doing all of this is going to help your SEO too, because it's going to showcase your work online and showcase your credibility and your authority. And that is what actually helps you show up higher on a Google search result or show up in ChatGPT, because these resources trust you because of that credibility and because of the work. So doing this is twofold. It's like, one, you are talking about your offer, you're sharing it with other people, and now people can see it and reach out to you, but also it's going to help benefit your visibility online.
Yeah. And these are all things that you can repurpose. If you tell a story, you can share it in a newsletter. You can take that, you can make it a podcast episode, you can make it a blog post, you can make it a carousel on Instagram. All of these little sections on how you can talk about those offers can all be used and repurposed into different marketing tactics.
And you can make it fun too. Like this time of year right now, you can do it as like a recap of 2025. It can be like, here's my top favorite projects. I'm going to release one a week. I'm going to do it doesn't even need to feel like, oh, I'm doing this because I need to get some more work or I need to increase my visibility or I'm looking for more clients or whatever. You can just do it because you want to showcase your, all the amazing things that you did this year.
Like the recap. I love it when people do recaps.
Yeah.
And then using those different formats. So Instagram stories, reels, carousels, kind of like what I just said, email, podcast mentions, intros, outros. It's like all of these ways that you can bring in what you do. It's funny because we were actually just working on a new podcast intro, which is going to be here soon. I don't know if it will for this one, but it's,
Let's
bringing
say for the new year.
New year, new us. So it's bringing, the things that you do and what you offer into things like that, into subject lines. It's just really weaving it into everything that you do every day, and just kind of talking about it naturally, like storytelling, like I said earlier. So it doesn't have to always sound stuffy and like you're pitching something.
Yeah, I will say if you want a good person to follow who does this constantly, Sarah from Between the Lines Copy is always posting in her stories, here's 3 things you can do to work with me today. Like in a way that doesn't feel super salesy.
Oh,
and
very
she
authentic.
does that almost every day. Like and it doesn't feel overwhelming. And if you don't want to read it, then you just tap by. Like it's not something where you have to feel so, oh, well, I talked about that on Monday. I probably shouldn't talk about it again. Guess what? Not everyone sees your stories every single day.
And that's the thing too, is that people are going to see you at different places, different times, all different locations. Like they're not always they're not catching every single Instagram story you post. Yeah.
So I think just to summarize, we've given you these 7 different ideas. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed right now and be like, oh, I got to do all of these right now. Pick one.
And have fun with it.
Yeah, have fun with it. Yeah. Make it a fun little project. And I think 2 of the biggest things you can take away with this is 1, what are people asking for? Really sit down and just think, what are people asking me for right now? Because that is a really easy win. And then 2, your past clients are going to be your hottest leads.
Yep.
So don't focus on serving new cold audiences right now. Focus on the people who already know, trust, and love you. And that is how you can make some of the biggest connections and kind of help fill this gap until those inquiries turn around.
If you liked this episode, please be sure to share it with a friend and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes dropping every Monday. Plus, if you haven't already, please leave us a review and don't hesitate to share any new episode ideas. We love hearing from you and creating this content for you. See you next week.